Welcome to Successful Living with Bill Napick. Every week we talk about success and everything that goes along with it. You'll learn the principles of success, how to achieve success, and learn to overcome challenges that may be getting in the way of success in your life. You'll hear from Bill Napick, a radio personality and business development expert, along with insight from special guests. If you're ready to find your path to success or take the success you're enjoying to the next level, stay tuned. Successful Living with Bill Napick is on right now.
And welcome to the show, Successful Living with Bill Napick. And today with Priyanka Johri. She is with Pure Mutts Animal Sanctuary and Woodlands Eco Realty. Priyanka, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bill.
Very exciting to talk with you because you do very important work and you do several things. So we're going to talk today about what you do, how it relates to helping animals, how it relates to real estate, and how you keep it all together and do it so well for so many years. So first of all, let's tell people about Pure Mutts Animal Sanctuary.
Pure Mutts Animal Sanctuary is a special need dog sanctuary. We take in dogs that have nowhere to go. Most of these dogs have special needs. So they may be blind, deaf. We take in older dogs. We take in dogs that are hospice cases, maybe have cancer, a few months to live. Their families cannot take care of them, or they are found as strays, and other rescue groups cannot afford resources that will be needed for medical care. Then we take in dogs that nobody knows if they're strays or somebody's dog that has maybe gotten out of the house, got hit by a car, will need major surgeries, so those dogs come to us. Sanctuary is a place where dogs come and we don't expect them to get adopted. If they don't get adopted, they always have a home with us until they pass away. If they get adopted, that's fantastic. That makes room for new dog that we can take in. And we have dogs, not just special need dogs. We have a pregnant dog that came in recently and has puppies. She was out in the cold, does not have any special needs as such, but needed a place to have her puppies. So now those puppies are available for adoptions. So though we don't take in what we call quote unquote normal dogs, is mostly special need dogs, we do have adoptable dogs that are ready to find their own families.
And once again, I say such important work. And through the years, I've adopted my dog, and I got another dog right off the street that a friend found. So there are so many dogs, just being a pet owner myself, there are so many dogs that you see that need homes that are just normal. But to have you open your heart up to special needs dogs and in the variety of things, and the idea that you call it a sanctuary, that takes kind of the pressure off, because when they're special or they have problems and other people may have just given up on them, to know that they've found a place where they can stay and there's no hurry that they need to be adopted or not, that is so big of you to do. And it must just tell us how you were inspired to do this important and heartwarming work.
I'm embarrassed to say that I did not even like dogs until 2001. Coming from a culture, I'm from India, so coming from the culture where dogs are considered dirty and not allowed inside the homes, I just never expected to be a dog lover. I always had compassion towards animals, but my compassion ran as far as writing a check to Wildlife Fund or rescue group or something like that. In 2001, we found a dog that was left unattended. Family had moved out of their home, left her tied to a tree without food and water in middle of summer in Dallas. Though we didn't like dogs, I just could not leave her there to die. So we untied the chain, and it was a pit bull, 6 months old, white. Her name was Moti, or I named her Moti. But basically, we took her to the shelter saying, like, we did our job. Here you go. Please take care of the dog. And we were told the dog will be put down. She's a pit bull, female. There are too many of them, and there's a big problem with pit bull dog fighting.
And one of those cases where there's no hope for that dog.
Exactly.
And you could have left the dog there, and that would have been the end of it. But
yep. So, being the sucker that I am, I was like, oh, I did not rescue a dog to have her put down. So, what can I do? And they were very nice, and they said, well, you can advertise in the newspaper, and maybe somebody else will adopt her. So at that time, I was a student and college didn't have much money. I put a one-line ad in the newspaper, free dog, good home. And I started receiving calls. People were asking what kind of a dog. As soon as I said white pit bull, they were asking what color nose, what color eyes, is she fixed or not? And people started offering me money. So it gets from 600, 800 to $1,000. And I was like, maybe we are doing something wrong. Let's call the shelter and ask them what should we be doing. So we called the shelter. It's like, hey, people are offering us money, and what should we be getting for it? And they're like, you know what they're going to do with this dog? They're going to breed her to have puppies that will be put into dog fighting. And all the things that we have told you about is going to happen to her. And I was like, oh, no, we can't have that. So I'm going to get her fixed. And until then, she's going to stay at our house. But I did not allow her inside. And I still feel really bad about it. But we tied her outside in the backyard. But we did go to Home Depot and bought a couple of pieces of metal to build her a little lean-to. Then we had a summer rain. I had given her a comforter to sleep on, which got wet at night. So in the morning when I got up, I saw this white fur ball curled up in a ball in a corner in that lean-to, and my heart broke. But she stunk to high heavens, so we decided that we need to give her a bath and bring her inside the home until she gets fixed. But we did not have a clue how to handle a pit bull, so we borrowed a truck, put her in the back of the truck, and took her to a car wash. And people were like, what the heck are you guys doing?
You brought the dog to the car wash in the
That does-
back. That's one way to wash a dog.
Exactly. Luckily, there were some nice people who helped us give her a bath. And we brought her home, put her in our breakfast area where the back door was. And I told her not to move from there, gave her another comforter. Next day morning, I came down. She was exactly where I had left her. So obviously, next evening, I told her to come to the living room and sleep there and don't move. Third day, she was sleeping on the sofa, and you can see where the story is going. So by the fifth day, I decided that she's going to stay here. But once we got her fixed, we said, oh, won't be able to take care of the dog, so let's get her adopted again. And somebody was going to come at 3:30 Sunday afternoon to pick her up. And by that time, she has toys, she has bed, she has a lot of her things that I packed up at 3 o'clock, and I was ready to send her out into the world with another person, and I broke down. I was like, nope.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. And I kept her, and next week we were back at the shelter asking for another dog because she was lonely. And shelter director came running out. She's like, what took you so long? And I said, what do you mean? She said, I've been waiting for you because most of the people would have left that dog over here.
Okay, how many years ago? Let's take the timeline. How many years ago was that when you met this dog?
2001.
So 16, here we are, 16, almost 17 years later. You started in reminding people that are listening, you weren't even that excited about dogs, or you didn't really like them that much to own one. So 16, 17 years ago, you had this experience, you found this dog, it came right into your heart. And here, let's just advance it real quick. And I want to get into your real estate world too. But here we are. How many dogs do you have now or that you care for now?
Right now, 51 at the sanctuary.
Let's say that again, 51, and that's quite a few dogs. So let's back up a little bit. We're going to go back to the dogs and why 51, talk about their needs and how you manage that, but also you are in the real estate world too. You are with Woodlands Eco Realty, so tell us about your real estate business and how they work with each other.
So I started the sanctuary in 2006, and idea was that we will generate funds by asking for donations and fundraisers. I did that, but we never raised enough funds because vet bills are really expensive. Sometimes we have bills that are $10,000 to $20,000 in 1 month because multiple emergencies.
For the vet.
Yeah, just the vet.
That's bills. A lot.
It's a lot. And I realized I have to have a profitable business to support the nonprofit sanctuary. And that's where my real estate experience came in. As a real estate investor, I always made money. And that's the only other thing I knew that I could create a business around. And that's when Woodlands Eco Realty was found. And the company is called Woodlands Eco Realty, company with a cause. And whole reason of finding Woodlands Eco Realty was to support the sanctuary.
So they work together, and I think that's very interesting. Of all the real estate brokers and companies that are out there, you are the only one that I know of that have this tie into helping animals, especially dogs, and especially dogs with special needs. I do want to touch upon the idea of just the idea of when we earn our living, whatever it may be. People listening out there, they do a variety of things, and certainly in your world and even my world outside of this radio show, real estate is a big part of our lives and helps us put bread on the table. And in your case, helps feed 51 dogs and put bread on their table. But you said something last time I talked to you on our real estate show, and that is that you made it sound like as far as making money, you have a very can-do attitude. And some people put up a block of saying, oh, it's going to be so hard to make a living. It's going to be so hard. But you sounded like the last time I talked to you, Priyanka, that making money is very easy to do if you put your mind to it. So let's talk about that a little bit. That's a great success motivator to me.
Right. For me, making money is not difficult. Making money is very easy. It's what you do with your money that is the important part. It's not the money that motivates me. It's what I will do with that money. For me, taking care of these dogs is a calling. This is my passion. This is what I have come on this earth for. That's what I feel, that I have found what I'm here for. And that's what motivates me. And seriously, making money has never been difficult. It's the attitude of gratitude. I tell people when they ask me, how did you do it? I say it's just the attitude of gratitude. When you know it's coming and you're thankful for it, more you give, more you receive. And it seriously, happened to me multiple times. I have taken in dogs where we did not have money in the account, and phone will ring and somebody wants to rent. I don't do many rentals, but as you know, rentals is immediate paycheck. You don't have to wait 30 days. So somebody say, hey, I'm looking for a house and I'm ready to sign tomorrow. And you go show them 3 homes. They sign it up, and you get a check, and that pays the vet bills.
And let's tell people also your real estate business, how they can reach out to you in the area you serve. Mostly you're in the Woodlands with your real estate business. So if someone wants to reach out to you to buy, sell, or rent, how do they reach you there?
It's woodlandsecorealty.com, or they can call me on my cell phone, 832-277-3577, 832-277-3577.
And how is the real estate market right now, would you say, in the Woodlands area?
Woodlands has been really slow this year. We are very oil dependent. So market is fantastic for buyers. Market is fantastic for investors. But if you're a seller, I'm telling all my seller clients to hold on until next year. New hospitals will be opening soon. Election is over. People are panicking about interest rates going up slowly. The oil prices have started creeping back up. All these things are gearing towards having a fantastic seller's market by next year or a year after. But for right now, it's a fantastic market for buyers to buy. Prices are down, which we have never seen this low in the Woodlands. There's a lot of inventory, a lot of motivated seller. So if you want to get into real estate investment, it's a great time to come and buy in the Woodlands.
And it's very interesting that as far as real estate goes and even the animal sanctuary, you seem very businesslike, and I think you're a very organized person, and you march forward with a clear goal with both of your endeavors. Mm-hmm. And as far as real estate, I'm thinking if I were out there in the Woodlands buying, selling, or renting, that a thing that would be attractive to me to work with you is that you have the knowledge of buying and selling, but also you have the investment side where you can help people with the timing of their buying or selling. So you have a great insight, broader than a lot of agents and brokers out there.
I actually founded the Woodlands Real Estate Investor Association. We have over 450 investors that work with us and invest with us. We have investors who are not in real estate, who are working in oil industry and has disposable income. They want to diversify their portfolio. So they come to us and we help them buy their real estate investments. Then we have real estate investors, that is their full-time job, and they work with us to find properties and help them build up their portfolio.
Very exciting. Now, let's go back to the animal sanctuary as the clock is rapidly going, is ticking away. So let's tell people, what else should they know about the animal sanctuary? And also, should they want to help? It is something that you need help in terms of if someone wants to adopt a dog, help, make donations, things like that. Tell people what you want them to know.
So there's different ways for people to get involved. You want to, here's our chart. That
if they're looking at the YouTube video, and we'd encourage you, go to my YouTube channel and you could see some of the signs we have here, and you could see us talking. It's almost like a TV show. So, but they can adopt, they can foster. There's all kinds of ways to help.
They can sponsor. So because it's a sanctuary, there are special need dogs that they need their medical care monthly. So they can sponsor a dog just like they sponsor a kid somewhere, and they say like, hey, this old dog that we want to take care of, or this blind dog or deaf dog, we would like to donate $20 a month, $50 a month. That takes care of their medical bills. They can volunteer. So we have adoption events. We have charity events we get invited to. They can come and volunteer for that. We have sponsorships, the foster program where sometimes we need a short-term foster to come in and foster a dog who is healing after a car accident. Or a long-term foster where say like, hey, they are going through a heartworm treatment and we need somebody to foster for 3 months. Sometimes it's a 1-week foster that we need between homes when they can get adopted out and they need a place to stay. Of course, they can make donations because our vet bills are always high. If you go to our website, you can go to PayPal, adopt@puremuttsanimalsanctuary.com and donate that way.
Again, puremuttsanimalsanctuary.com. And tell us, as far as dogs go, I know, and people listening out there that have dogs know that there's something special about them. So I want to ask you, what is it you think, and especially your experience, you have greater experience than most of us with 51 dogs, and especially with the dogs that need extra layers of care and attention and even understanding. But number one, what is it about the dog that has that ability to capture someone's heart and to be such a great companion? And give us another word on something that you may have learned being this deep into the knowledge of dogs and helping them.
There are a lot of things I learned from these dogs. One thing is when I call them special and special needs, they don't think of themselves any different. So I bring in a dog that has 3 legs, and that dog runs as fast with the pack as a 4-legged dog. Our blind dogs, they are part of the pack. We have a no-cage sanctuary, so all these dogs live together. There's no kennels, there are no cages. This is a big pack that's run all over our property. They can go in and out. They live in the house, but we have 3 doggy doors. And you see the blind dog or a deaf dog, a 3-legged dog is acting same as the other dogs. And the other dogs that we quote unquote call normal, they treat them as one of them. When they are playing, they play hard. They don't care that this dog is blind. They will play with them just as they will play with any other dog. So I used to feel sorry for them when I started rescuing them, but now I have learned all they need is opportunity and a place where they feel protected and they know that they are home, and that just let them bloom. So special need dogs actually do not need that much extra care that we assume. We have a lot of people who have come and adopted our blind and deaf dogs, and those dogs are blooming in their homes and doing fantastic. So just because they are missing a limb or eyesight or hearing doesn't mean they will need extra care.
When they look at you, what is it that just connects with the human in your experience? It's just something about them, right?
I know. It's just like they can see through your soul and they capture your heart, that innocent look and that unconditional love that give you. I mean, they're happy to see you no matter what. Like if I share that half piece of bread with them that I'm eating, they're as happy. They don't care what you're giving them. They don't want that extra gourmet food kind of thing, and only then they will love you. They will love you for anything that you can give them. And most of them are craving attention. So most of the time, what I'm giving them is the love that makes them just, listen to me. A lot of people find it really strange that we have 50 dogs that can get along, play together, and don't fight. And I think
that should be a TV show. Now, that may be our next venture. I may go in on that with you, but that is phenomenal. If anyone's listening, you may get offers now.
No, these dogs.
dogs.
Yeah. And once they know they are protected, they don't have to fight for resources, and they are home and they're carefree, basically. So
they relax.
They relax. And most of the day they spend sleeping, watching Animal Planet, or playing.
Very, very interesting. And also, each one, I'm going to guess, I know with the dogs that are in my home, each one is different. And I'm amazed the more I'm around them that I see the differences in their personality.
Oh, my God.
But
yeah.
out of 50, I bet each one's different.
They all have different personality. And this whole big pack that I'm talking about, you will see the small cliques that are happening. So you'll see 3 or 4 dogs hanging out together always. 5 or 6 dogs are always in the same room. And they have their own smaller group packs within the pack.
That is fascinating. Almost it makes me think of some of the cartoons and the stories where the dogs gather together, they make friendships. Mm-hmm. That is fascinating. Once again, let's tell people how they can help out at Pure Mutts Animal Sanctuary.
Well, you can donate. That's the easiest way if you don't have time. You can come and take our dogs out for the weekend trips. Our dogs love going out for the car rides, getting their puppuccinos. And as we cannot take all 50 dogs out by ourselves, we have friends and people who come and take them out for a few hours on the weekend. You can just take them out for the whole weekend. They stay with you for a couple of nights, get extra treatment, special treatment, and then you bring them back to us. You can foster, as we talked about before. You can sponsor a dog, where you can do the monthly donations. You can adopt with us. So there are many different ways to help.
Very nice. In the last minute, Priyanka, what else would you like people to know?
Well, when you work with Woodlands Eco Realty, 20 to 30% of our income goes directly to Pure Mutts Animal Sanctuary. So every time you buy or sell a house with us, it saves a life. So you're not only...
It goes right to the dog endeavor.
Right, exactly. We are very big with our clients making every transaction as an investment. So when you come to us, we are not just helping you buying your dream home. We are helping you buy your dream home at the best price that is possible. And if you're a seller, we make sure that you get the best price for your home.
That is excellent. And once again, at your real estate company, how can people reach you there?
Priyanka at woodlandsecorealty.com. That's my direct email. Or give me a call at my cell phone. I'm always available, 832-277-3577.
Okay, I'm already thinking of a name for the TV show, My 50 Dogs, or it might be by the time we have the show, Priyanka, it might be My 55 Dogs.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Exactly, because last time when we met, we had 47 dogs. So
That's right. That sounds great, and God bless you for the work you're doing and helping animals and also helping people find their home, whether they're buying or selling. And you have been listening to Successful Living with Bill Nampick, and today with Priyanka Johri with Woodlands Eco Realty and Pure Mutts Animal Sanctuary. Thank you for listening. Go to Bill Nampick Radio Shows. That's my YouTube channel, and you could see us. You could see what we've been talking about. You could see all the coordinates on the Pure Mutts Animal Sanctuary. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week. Thank you, Priyanka.
thank you, Bill.
How many bridges I've got to cross? How many times must I explain myself? Or I can talk to the boss. Or I can talk to the boss.
You're listening to Successful Living with Bill Nampick. As a well-known speaker and business development expert, Bill will coach you to help bring your business to the next level. In addition to being your go-to source for expert advice on making your business more successful, be sure to call Bill, known as Houston's Title Guy, to help you close your real estate transaction. Bill's attention to detail and standards of excellence, coupled with Stewart Title's financial stability and strength, will ensure a great experience closing your real estate transaction. All title representatives are not the same. When you are making such an important investment as real estate, you want the best. You want Bill Nampick working for you. Call him at 713-210-9767. That's 713-210-9767. Now, get ready for more motivation and inspiration. Successful Living with Bill Nampick is coming back right now.